Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, and that's the time. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition for sure. Glad to be here. Glad you're there, and we're up and at 'em. Hope you're having a good start to your day, wherever and however you may be listening to the show, and whatever you may be doing, probably trying to start your day, get through your day. The show does start at different times in different markets because being that it's syndicated, like Hawaii's on a different. They got a list. The clocks are different in Hawaii, right? So yeah, but the show does air 9 to 11 Eastern time every morning. Monday through Friday, it's live. That's better than the alternative. And everything's on demand at letstalknutrition.com, the audio and the video, because we stream. That's what's, Josh, that's really, streaming has become, as you tell me, how popular is it?
It's pretty popular. It's become the norm. There's a lot of TV shows. One of them is called Dish Nation that do what we do, obviously on a higher level. Mm-hmm. But there's podcasters. There's all kinds of different radio shows all across the nation that do exactly what we're doing. We're just one of the, or the company that I work for, John Gaston, Tampa Bay Multimedia, he's one of the first guys to bring that out into the Tampa market. So very fortunate to be here, to be honest.
I wonder why. I wonder why it is that. I guess did it start with the millennials? Were they into streaming? And
No, I don't think it was a millennial thing. I mean, because there's lots of different shows that have different demographics that do it.
But what I'm getting at is this. I mean, I don't think baby boomers would have shown initial interest. I don't think they were first adopters to streaming. I think millennials were probably among the first adopters to streaming. It's now, it wouldn't be uncommon to find somebody sitting, millennial and older, to be sitting in the living room one evening, have the TV on, have their computer on their laptop on their lap, have that on, and then be streaming as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's multitasking, but yeah, I agree.
It's multimedia. It's like your company.
Yeah.
It's really remarkable. So we learned that people like to watch the show as I broadcast it. It sort of brings it humanizes the show.
Yeah.
Radio is a little bit abstract. Mm-hmm. It's, first of all, it is mediated communication to begin with.
Right.
You have technology between you and the audience. And then they can't see you, they can only hear you.
Yeah.
But now when you stream,
you can see them.
Just brings a different dimension to the.
To me, they go hand in hand, radio and the video streaming. I think it's the perfect blend. Yeah. And nothing's better than getting up like on a Saturday morning around 8 or 9 and throwing on a stream of like my favorite podcast or radio show.
See?
Clean the house, and when I want to take a break, I can sit down and watch for a little bit.
That's what people do.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So that's why we do it, because we discovered that it is part of the information
age
and information culture in our culture, and we're trying to connect. After all, why do it? It's always about the audience. I would tell my students that over and over again. It's never about you. It's always about the audience. 877-897-8255. There's still the phone, We've still got that too.
Some of them are even still plugged into the wall.
Well, at least I don't have that old black phone in my house. I got rid of all the phones.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The only phone I have is my cell phone. I was done. I was spending a salary on telephones. Are you kidding me?
Jeez.
Yeah, fax machines, the lines, and I said, what are you doing? You don't need all these phones.
Nope, just a computer and a phone, and sometimes just your phone.
I saved $200-300 a month.
Yeah.
For heaven's sake.
And you don't have to rush home to check email or anything like that. It's great.
Forget about it.
I am old enough to remember that, where you had to get to get home to your desktop to check your email. Flip phones didn't have the email option or whatever.
I have some friends who still have a flip phone. Oh my goodness! I say you need to flip into the 21st century. How about that?
Backflip into it.
877-897-8255. Call. Don't hesitate. One of the big themes on Let's Talk Nutrition is digestive care and health. Why? Because tens of millions of people are beset with disorders and diseases of the gastrointestinal tract. Has it always been that? Is the prevalence of these diseases always been to this extent? I don't think so. I think what has happened as our diet and lifestyle became more sedentary, but even maybe more importantly, as our diet became more manufactured and processed, I think the more these particular disorders and diseases of the digestive system have risen. I think I have not done the research, but I am just my general sense of it is that there's a correlation between this manufactured processed diet, machine diet, made by machines, bought out of machines, and whatnot, and this digestive collapse that we've experienced. Crohn's disease. Now, let me just as a sidebar mention, genetics is involved here with many of these diseases, digestive diseases. I don't dismiss that. There's no question about it. A cursory search, data search, you will find that to be the case. But diet and lifestyle has had a big impact on the prevalence of these particular digestive diseases and disorders. Crohn's being one of them. And I'll bet that there's, people listening to this and watching this show that have Crohn's disease, know somebody who's had Crohn's disease, has Crohn's disease or had it. And you talk about disrupting your life, your quality of life, quality of your health. Crohn's it's dreadful what it does to people. And medical scientists have been trying to, and scientists generally who work on these kinds of issues have been trying to figure it out. They've identified a number of bacteria associated with Crohn's. But this morning, I came across a study that really caught my attention. It comes out of Case Western Reserve University. And you would never imagine the connection that they found. How about fungus? Dr. Cass Ingram was just on my show recently. And when he comes on, he always and my producers will, and you listening to or watching know that he does this. More than once, numerous times, he has mentioned fungus, right? Josh, he goes on and on about. He goes on and on about it. He said we don't get it. We're missing the boat. We don't understand. And he keeps saying that fungi are responsible for a lot of the ailments that beset humanity. And when I saw this morning, I thought of him. And a fungus has been, these researchers out of Case Western have identified a fungus that they consider a key factor in the development of Crohn's disease. By the way, this was an international team of researchers. And come back, this is the first time this study has groundbreaking properties to it, or qualities to it. This could be a game changer in many ways. Boy, oh boy. I love this. I'll come back. I'll give you some quotes from one of the researchers in the study. I'll tell you a little bit more about fungi and how a fungus operates as a microorganism, what it is, and so on. Give you some details about fungi. We have bacteria in our body, and we also have fungi in our body, right? Boy.
As a family-owned company since 1968, Now Foods has spent the last 46 years building a legacy in the natural health industry as a trusted leader. Now provides a comprehensive approach to wellness by offering more than 1,400 high-quality health foods, supplements, sports nutrition, and personal care products at an affordable price. Now believes that natural is better. They don't use artificial colors, flavors, or sweeteners, and they offer many vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free products. Their foods are all non-GMO. Since their beginning, Now has grown to become an award-winning leader in the natural health industry. But one thing has never changed: their commitment to providing the highest quality products at the best value to empower people to lead healthier lives. High quality doesn't have to mean high price. From essential oils to amino acids, multivitamins to natural sweeteners, Now has you covered. To find a store near you that carries Now products, or for more information, visit nowfoods.com. That's nowfoods.com.
Are you suffering from those awful allergies? Hay fever, sneezing, watery eyes? Here's some advice you won't want to miss.
I'm a doctor, and my patients used to dread allergy season. But then I discovered A-Vogel Allergy Relief, a unique combination of natural ingredients that usually addresses every one of my patients' symptoms. And while it's clear that the vast majority of my patients benefit significantly from A-Vogel Allergy Relief, what's even more amazing is that after using it, at least half of my patients' symptoms didn't return. As a doctor, that's the kind of outcome my patients and I can appreciate.
Get doctor-recommended A-Vogel Allergy Relief for your allergy symptoms. It's proven safe, it doesn't make you drowsy, it's fast-acting, and it may even help prevent your allergies from returning. Available at vitamin discount centers, Richards, Rollin' Oats, Vitamin Shop, Nutrition Smart, and other fine health food stores.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted Best Independent Chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, algae for life. CB Sciences, from seed to shelf. New Chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Brand new study, in many ways has groundbreaking characteristics. Why? Because these researchers from an international team of researchers from Case Western Reserve University have identified, and this is the first time this has happened, have identified a fungus existing in the gastrointestinal tract that's connected to Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease is horrible. Just a terrible disease. Just people listening, watching the show who suffer from it or know somebody, they can attest to it. You're always welcome to call the show if you have a testimonial, something you'd like to say about it on these themes. It's a listener-friendly show. Don't hesitate to call 877-897-8255. A Dr. Mahmoud Ghanum, professor and director of the Center for Medical Mycology at Case Western, said, we already know that bacteria, in addition to genetic and dietary factors, as I said earlier, play a major role in causing Crohn's disease. He's the senior author on the study. He said, essentially, patients with Crohn's have abnormal immune responses to these bacteria that researchers have identified in large measure, by the way, which inhabit the intestines of all people. This is called your microflora, bacterial flora. While most researchers focus their investigations on these bacteria, he said, few have examined the role of fungi, which are also present in everyone's intestines. Little did you know. Our study adds significant new information to understanding why some people develop Crohn's disease. Equally important, he commented, it can result in a new generation of treatments, including medications and probiotics, right, which hold the potential for making qualitative and quantitative differences in the lives of people suffering, underscore the word suffering, from Crohn's, close quote. You know, we certainly have built up an inventory of knowledge about digestive disorders and diseases, as is with many of these chronic diseases. But in my opinion, as much as we know, as voluminous as our knowledge and information is, in so many instances, we've only scratched the surface. There's so much to learn. And as time goes on, medical science will begin to, as it always has, little by little, peel back each layer of unknown until we get to fully understand how to treat, what is the cause, mechanism of action, and treatment for these diseases. Yeah, gotta like it, right? Now, it turns out that, as anybody listening knows, bacteria and fungi are microorganisms, cannot be seen with the naked human eye. You have to have, these are infinitesimal forms of life, and you can only use a microscope to see them. Fungi are organisms that contain a nucleus. They are closer to humans in that sense than bacteria, which are single-celled forms of life, but they do not have a nucleus. Okay. Collectively, the fungal community inhabits the human body. It's known as mycobiome. Mycobiome. Bacteria are called bacteriome. Fungi and bacteria together are present throughout the human body. A lot of people don't know that. They may know about bacteria, but they're saying, fungi? Really? There's some fungus in my body? Absolutely. And what this Dr. Ghanum has found that in his research that people harbor anywhere between 9, are you ready? 9 and 20 to 23 fungal species in their mouth. The mouth is a dumpster fire. Somebody bites you, you have to go get a tetanus shot, right? Man. The researchers in this study assessed the microbiome and the bacteriome of patients with Crohn's disease. They took a look at it. And their Crohn's-free first-degree relatives in 9 families in northern France and Belgium. And in Crohn's-free individuals from 4 families living in the same geographic area. So these were small. It was a small sample, but this study is still yet groundbreaking. They analyzed the fecal samples of 20 Crohn's and 28 Crohn's-free patients from 9 families and of 21 Crohn's-free patients of 4 families. The researchers discovered strong fungal bacterial interactions. These microorganisms are interacting with one another in people suffering from Crohn's disease. This is the first time I've read this kind of conversation or study. I know that there's others out there, researchers who specialize in this, and this may be old news to them. But this study isn't old news. There were 2 bacteria, Escherichia coli and Serratia marcescens, and 1 fungus, Candida tropicalis. They moved in lockstep, the researchers said. So these bacteria and fungi are working together. The presence of all 3 in the sick family members was significantly higher, they said, compared to their healthy relatives, suggesting that bacteria and fungus interact in the intestines. Dr. Ganuam said, among hundreds of bacterial and fungal species inhabiting the intestines, it is telling that the 3 we identified were so highly correlated in Crohn's patients. All right, they're making some headway. You watch. There'll be breakthroughs here even further.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And we're back. Thanks for tuning in today. Dr. Michael Lewis is on the show today. It's good to have Dr. Lewis come around. We like visiting with him. Smart guy. He's with he's on a medical board at CV Sciences, and we'll tell you about them if you don't know who they are as a company and what they're into. You might be very interested. It's cutting edge right now. I was reporting on. I'll get Dr. Lewis to comment on this. Dr. Lewis has had a pretty illustrious career. It's far from over. I'm not, I don't have this guy at some funeral someplace. He's a young man, but he has, his medical career has been kind of interesting. I'll see if he's had any experience with what I reported on from Case Western Reserve University. This is a groundbreaking study. These researchers, it was an international team, have now found a connection, are you ready, between Crohn's disease and fungi. A lot of people don't realize that there is a fungus among us and inside our body. Dr. Gananum said there are between 9 and 23 fungal species in people's mouths, for heaven's sake. This is groundbreaking because now you can start to see where they will. And he pointed out that the bacteria in the gut and the fungi, in some instances, certain ones march in lockstep. In other words, they're interacting. This makes it, even though you're discovering it, you realize that things are more complicated than we once thought, even. But that's okay. At least we know. We'll get to Dr. Lewis. Let me bring him on, then we'll go to Largo and have a listener, and I don't want to leave her waiting too long. Dr. Lewis, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Well, Dr. Garko, it's always a pleasure to be on the show and hear your voice.
Thank you very much.
Will I be seeing you in Baltimore this week?
God willing. What do I know? I'm just going to try to get there. Who knows what happened? I don't know. I know that in your career as a doctor, you worked in the Army, right? You were you were a physician in the Army, yes?
31 and a half years.
Okay. In your experience, did you have to work and deal with bacteria and fungi with your patients?
Did I, or was it me?
Did you?
In the Army?
Did you? did
I very much have become to be a believer starting years ago that our use of antibiotics is a double-edged sword when we're talking about gut health, and that so I really got to the point where never prescribed antibiotics without prescribing a probiotic, because I think that the microflora in our gut is so important, and just saw too many cases of antibiotic-induced
resistance.
Well, not so much resistance, but just the what's called C. difficile bacteria.
Okay.
Diarrhea. And so it's basically you wipe out the flora of the gut with the antibiotic because it's eliminating good and bad bacteria.
Well, I want to get to that. You bring up an interesting point. This came up in one of my courses on pathophysiology about antibiotic-resistant bacteria. I want to come back to your point. It's well taken. Let's go to Largo, Florida. Joan, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition.
Hi, thank you. Good morning, Dr. Garko.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
I was very interested in your conversation you talked about machine-made foods.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about machine-made processed foods. Machine-made and bought out of machines. Go ahead.
I agree with that. I also see it as genetically modified foods and foods that are sprayed with Bt toxins and things to try to increase the crop yield and save money. But at what cost? The Bt, what it does is causes small micro holes in the gut of the insects, and that's how it kills the insects. It's interesting that that pathway is passed on to humans who display signs of Crohn's disease or GI problems, infections, different things, because we have now leaky guts, because that's part of that I feel attributes to it. It's just a big pot of things we're trying to catch up to. It's much like a swimming pool has a homeostasis. Any pool owner knows this. There's a balance always going on. And when there's heavy rains and all of a sudden you have an algae bloom in your swimming pool, we try to, quote, balance the pool by shocking it or adding different calcium or different things to try to balance it.
Right.
And I just want to bring it back to that we're mostly water, we're a big pool, and it's about balance. Some people use Listerine mouthwash. That wipes out everything, good, bad. So it's all about balance, and I just like to bring that to the forefront.
Your point's well taken. Joan, for those of you who are new to the show, Joan's a regular listener to the show. She's a nurse. You've been a nurse for what, 30 years?
Yes.
Okay, so she has a background in training in medicine. Nurses, I think, or any good doctor will tell you, nurses make the difference. Dr. Lewis, you heard Joan's comment. That's kind of interesting the way she framed that, right?
It is. I've not quite heard it put that way, but it makes logical sense.
So, what I had said earlier, reason why she brought up the theme of machine-made foods, I said, I see a correlation as gastrointestinal disorders and diseases. I think their prevalence has increased over time. And I think part of that increase in prevalence is correlated with certainly lifestyle changes, more sedentary and so on, but dietarily speaking, more machine-made, processed, machine-bought foods that people are consuming, if you get my point. And that's contributed to some of these very chronic, distressing kinds of gastrointestinal disorders and diseases. What do you think about that?
Well, I'll answer your question with a question, is what do you think makes food shelf stable, that you can have it on a shelf for
preservatives, right?
3-4 years.
Chemicals.
It's chemicals, it's preservatives, and on the fat side of things, it's omega-6 fatty acids, basically from soybean oil.
Does that function as a preservative?
It does. Well, omega-6s don't spoil.
I didn't know that.
But omega-3s obviously do spoil very easily. So what are you going to use if you want to manufacture something and have it on the store shelf for 3 years?
That's interesting. I didn't realize that there was a difference in their ability to sustain, or deteriorating. Omega-6s don't spoil. I'll be darned. We'll be back. That's why we do this show. We're here to learn. Dr. Michael Lewis with CV Sciences. We're going to talk about what's on his mind. Cutting-edge research, cutting-edge dietary supplement.
At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971. And we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' pledge of integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
The latest trend to hit the store shelves has the whole country buzzing. Cannabidiol, or CBD, might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Natural Factors presents.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Murray. How would you like to feel more calm, centered, and alert with greater mental focus and clarity? Pharma-GABA, a special natural form of the major brain chemical GABA, can help. Our brain can naturally produce GABA, but sometimes we don't produce enough, so taking it as a supplement can give your brain a GABA boost. Pharma-GABA is a clinically proven form that is considerably more effective than other forms. Pharma-GABA produces favorable changes in brainwave patterns as well as a dramatic reduction in markers of stress, including salivary cortisol levels. Pharma-GABA is fast-acting, with feelings of calmness and mental focus experienced within 5 minutes of taking Pharma-GABA. So, if you want to feel calmer with greater mental clarity and focus and need a fast-acting help to cope with a stressful day, give Pharma-GABA a try. I think you'll be glad you did.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness. BSN, Finish First. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Dr. Michael Lewis is my guest today from CV Sciences. He's on a medical board for CV Sciences. Dr. Lewis, welcome back. You made an interesting comment. Omega-6s tend to be more, they last long. They don't spoil as quickly as omega-3s. That's an interesting observation, and hence that's why you find it in a lot of processed foods. Is that right?
Well, and it also explains why, since roughly around 1970 or so, with the advent of the farm bills and stuff like that, where basically we now pay farmers to grow soybean and corn, the amount of soybean oil has gone up 12, 16-fold. And the reason why is because it's calorically dense and it doesn't spoil. So it's used in pretty much all processed foods.
So it's not just synthetic chemicals that seem to be contributing to the demise of of health and having connection to chronic diseases. It's some of these compounds like these omega-6 fatty acids as well that we find in soybean oil and other oils, right?
It is. And, as your caller very succinctly put, life is about balance. And it doesn't matter about whether we're talking about oxidants and antioxidants or omega-6s and omega-3s, or, we'll tie in one of your sponsors, CV Sciences. Our endocannabinoid system is meant to be in balance as well. And so nature gives us these opportunities to put things into balance, and that's what cannabidiol or CBD oil can do, is help modulate, put the right size and balance our endocannabinoid system that gives us serotonin and all kinds of good, happy, good feeling biochemicals that saturate our brain and give us those good feelings from a hug or from exercise or just in general wellness.
Huh.
I'll just throw in a really quick point. There's two main kinds of CB receptors, cannabidiol receptor or cannabinoid receptors. One, there's CB1. Most of those are found in the brain, and CB2, most of those are found in the immune system. So you can imagine now, you can take that quickly to the next step, is if we're needing to balance our immune system, we have the receptors that nature gives us the answer to.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
It gets complicated, doesn't it? I mean, you think it's just toxins and, heavy metals or estrogen-like things out there that are being polluted into our food supply, but there's never one thing. It's, whether it's sugar, whether it's the omega-6s, whether it's toxins and heavy metals, it gets really complicated, doesn't it?
It does get complicated. It turns out that, and you mentioned homeostasis and balance, the endocannabinoid system, that's one of its defining features, isn't it? To help these other systems of the body sort of stay in balance, or do I have that wrong?
No, you're absolutely right. And we're just beginning, really, to understand the value of the endocannabinoid system. I mean, it's easy to understand it when you talk about the runner's high, for example, or, why do we feel better after we exercise? Is because our endocannabinoid system has been revved up a little bit. But it's much more complicated than that, and how does it really interact with the immune system, and a lot of good science is going into it. We've been stymied to study that science by the U.S. government up until recently, and that's slowly changing. But as we learn more and more, it's just unbelievable how important it is. And the interactions with all the other systems, as you mentioned.
And as I told you, I think I mentioned to you, I mentioned to others, in my anatomy and physiology course, and the textbook was voluminous. I often used to joke. I said, if you drop this damn thing on your foot, you'll fracture your foot. It was so heavy, right, and big. The word endocannabinoid never appeared in the text. Right?
Well, it's been around for millions of years. But our understanding of it and our acceptance of it is really pretty recent.
1990s, right? Early 90s?
Yeah. And so that's one of the reasons why CBD oil, and particularly derived from hemp, not from marijuana, but derived from hemp, is it really has the opportunity to be a game changer in the world of dietary supplements.
When you were in medical school, did the word endocannabinoid ever come up?
I don't even think it. I doubt it even existed at the point. And I'm sure it did in some of the really detailed research. But no, I have no clue about endocannabinoids until I met Stuart Tomk, who you and I know.
Of course, he's on my show regularly. It's interesting. You've been practicing medicine now how many years? 30 what?
Altogether, about 27, 28 years.
That's good enough. You have your own little practice now in Washington someplace.
I do. I focus, I'm in the Bethesda, Rockville, Maryland area, just outside of Washington, D.C.
Right.
And, focus on concussions and helping people recover from head injuries. And I know you're probably getting ready to take another break, but when we come back, I'll tell you about.
Have you had any congressional people come in with head injuries, given their decisions and politics?
It might explain a presidential candidate or two, but no, but we won't get into that. But when we come back from the break, I want to tell you about my book that's coming out the end of this month.
Sure. All kidding aside, do you have any government people come into your practice yet?
I can't tell you that.
Okay, well, I tried. I'm a journalist. I mean, I'll ask the question. You can always say no, shut up, or something like that.
Or no, I'm not going to answer that.
Okay, good. Yeah, see that? All right, it's okay. I get it. I can't answer that. Well, okay. 877. I try. 877.
Always interesting.
I know. You got to be on your toes around here, Dr. Lewis. We work without a net here. There's no net. 877-897-8255. Come back. Dr. Lewis will tell you about his new book coming out. He'll tell you about the endocannabinoid system some more, and then CBD, cannabidiol, now in a supplement. Boy, good news. Cutting edge, can make a difference. Find out how or in what ways. You are listening to Let's Talk Nutrition, and you're listening to it coast to coast.
Statements made during this broadcast regarding products or the claims made about specific products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. Products and treatments discussed are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent disease. Make your physician aware of all nutritional supplements used and immediately notify your physician if you have any health concern or undiagnosed sign or symptom. Let's Talk Nutrition is a health talk show that features scientists, authors, nutrition specialists, personal trainers, holistic healers, and experts in traditional, natural, and integrative medicine. Listen for a chance to win daily prizes and follow Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and Instagram at Let's Talk Nutrition or on Twitter at LTN Radio. It's time for some inspiration. Tune in to get fit and healthy. It's time to talk about nutrition. Nutrition for your body, your mind, your spirit. It's time to talk about proper exercise, stress relief, eating well, and supplementation to help. Get ready to take charge of your health because your health is your wealth and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Well, your health is your wealth, and it is the wealth of those that care about and love you. Go ahead and get sick or have somebody close to you get sick, and then we start to realize what kind of wealth we're talking about. Welcome back, or welcome to, if you just tuned in, Let's Talk Nutrition. My guest is Dr. Michael Lewis. Dr. Michael Lewis is on the medical board for CV Sciences. They are a cutting-edge company with a cutting-edge research program for a cutting-edge compound and dietary supplement. Are you cutting-edge, Dr. Lewis?
I don't know what I am.
All right, if you were a surgeon, you could say that, but...
I know I find myself in trouble. No.
No, you don't. I hardly think so. West Point graduate getting in trouble, that's rare, isn't it? No.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either. Now, it's great to have you on the show. You started your, I just want to ask you just a little bit about your practice and your book. Your practice, you started, of course, you were in practice in the Army as a physician for decades, it turns out. And now you started, since you retired from the Army, you've gone into private practice. And how long have you now been in private practice?
Just only about a year. For a couple of years, I focused on getting my nonprofit up and running, and I kept getting asked, where do I see patients? I kept saying I was retired, but nobody believed me, and so I eventually gave in, got some office space, and started to see patients earlier this year.
And how's it going?
Slower than I would like, for a number of issues, a lot of it dealing with health insurance, and I'm sure most of your listeners can have 25 stories about their health insurance and how difficult it is to deal with insurance. And I will assure you, from the physician side of things, it's even more frustrating.
You know, I don't know if I'll be around to see it. I'm a little older than you are. You might see it. This is my prediction. And I attribute this to one variable, only one. I'm going out on a limb. The obesity epidemic is out of control. It's unabating. 68% of the population is overweight or obese. Better than a third is obese. You know the numbers. Looking at forecasting models, they're projecting by 2050 it could be 70+% or more. That obesity epidemic is going to collapse the medical complex, and there will be universal health insurance someday. That's my prediction. What do you think?
I think that you're probably correct. I think that we already have eliminated the free market when it comes to health care, and so we either have to completely turn around and head back towards free market, perhaps a little bit more like it was, I say, and not because I'm knowledgeable on the subject, but more of what it was back in the 1950s or 60s, where it was much more of a free market, or we're going to have to go to a single payer, government-supported system like Scandinavia, for example.
In Canada.
And Canada.
Because can't afford it. People can't afford insurance, Dr. Lewis. And the insurance companies don't want to pay for certain procedures either, right?
Right. I mean, if you go back to some societies, you paid with what you had, and it might have been a chicken or a goat, but you paid with what you had. And it's just really frustrating. I literally just read this, an article about a study where they sent out a bunch of medical students to follow a number of different physicians and document what they spend their time on. And the largest amount of time spent was on administrative things, documenting, dealing with insurances. It was 2 or 3 times the amount of time spent on administrative stuff than it was actually interacting with patients.
So doctors are becoming good clerical experts and not having a chance to really practice medicine the way they want to. It's interesting. I don't know. I may not be around to see it, but I think we'll eventually move towards a single payer. Insurance companies, as we know them, will be gone. The whole idea of insurance is going to change. I don't know if that's going to be better, worse, or make no difference. I'm not sure. But my comment, and again, this is an opinion. This has nothing to do with science. But it's worth talking about because you're right. It is frustrating to many. Nevertheless, your new book, what's that about?
So, new book came out of an idea of, I've been working, as you know, for a number of years looking, and it started with military, as I asked a basic question. I went to the head of research at Walter Reed one day and said, is anybody looking at the use of omega-3 fatty acids to help our wounded warriors recover from traumatic brain injury? And the answer was, no, why don't you? And so the book really is a part autobiography of how I've come to some of these ideas, but also the use of why and how I use high doses of omega-3s to help people regain their lives after a head injury or a concussion, and how we may be able to decrease the amount of concussions we see on our sports fields today. Mm-hmm. So the name of the book is called When Brains Collide. We started out with when helmets collide, but we realized that might focus a little bit too much on football. Because I really broaden the reach because I don't deal with football that much. It's car accidents, it's falls, it's soccer players, it's baseball players. It's quite a wide variety of patients, and football is just the one that gets all the headlines. So we broaden it to be When Brains Collide, and should be available on Amazon by the end of this month. I'm expecting my first hard copy in my hands today or tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to write the book?
It was an interesting process. From when I finally said I'm going to do it and started it, about 8 months.
That's pretty darn good. It took me 3 years to do my 5 years to do my dissertation, 2 years to collect data, 3 years to write the dissertation, which is like a book. And then I published a bunch of articles.
My target audience is not the scientists and the physicians.
I see.
It's your listeners. And so it's not written with a bunch of references that you're in detailed science. It's written speaking to your listeners.
I see. Good. No, it's good.
So it's a very conversational tone, and hopefully people will enjoy it, but more importantly, hopefully people will learn from it.
Absolutely. 877-897-8255. You can talk to Dr. Lewis. This is the lines on this show are always open. It's about connection. 877-897-8255. In your opinion, professional, medical, highly experienced opinion, how would you rate cannabidiol as a compound that can change the landscape of health, wellness, and well-being on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would never put anything at a 10. I would struggle to even put anything at a 9, just personal philosophy, because I don't think there's any magic.
Well, let me put it this way. How important do you think it is?
So I would definitely put it at a good 8+, and pretty much higher. I'd put fish oil and omega-3s at a 7, and that's my area of expertise, and I would put cannabidiol at an 8.
Why?
It just has it's such especially when you go to more of the whole plant extract, it's got so many health benefits, including omega-3s, actually. But just to modulate, just to keep that endocannabinoid tone tuned up in our bodies is so important. It's going to be a game changer in the industry. It's really going to be the biggest thing that's happened perhaps in our lifetime, or at least in the last couple of decades in the nutritional supplement industry.
It's interesting. Expo East is this week. I'll be traveling to Baltimore to attend it and to broadcast my show there tomorrow and Friday. Tell you more about it, and I'm sure I'll see more than a few CBD.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD Oil by CV Sciences is the trusted brand setting the standards in this newly emerging category of plant-based extracts, offering a variety of hemp-derived CBD oil products that you can count on. In order to make the highest quality CBD oil products available, it is important to manage every step of the supply chain process, from seed to shelf. That's why, from harvesting our EU-certified hemp seeds, to laboratory testing for quality and safety, to producing our exceptional line of products, we are committed to going the extra mile. It is our commitment to you. Join the CBD evolution. Ask your local natural health retailer about Plus CBD oil products by CV Sciences today. Follow us on Facebook and learn more at pluscbdoil.com.
Still looking for your fountain of youth? It's Zinnia. Look no further than the beauty aisle of your favorite health and nutrition store. Zinnia is the newest product from Form Essentials, the brand that brought you solace. So you know it's filled with the highest quality ingredients. Many cosmetic products only treat topically, while Zinnia addresses aging and hair loss from within. Formulated to support the growth of radiant hair, skin, and nails, Zinnia is sure to help you turn back the hands of time and assist you in aging gracefully. Zinnia provides a spectrum of key vitamins and other evidence-based natural ingredients such as alpha-lipoic acid, biotin, and collagen and elastin peptides, all combined in one capsule for your convenience. By promoting beauty from the inside out, you're strengthening your cells and creating a lasting enhancement to your natural beauty. Zinnia fits into your daily routine and can be taken to boost your current cosmetic products. Available now at leading health and nutrition stores. Ask for Zinnia by name. Start taking Zinnia hair, skin, and nails today and get ready to look amazing.
When you're passionate about your health, that passion leads to the knowledge that exercise and a healthy diet are not always enough. Sometimes you need the extra nutritional boost that only supplements can provide. If you are looking for the leading national brands of vitamins, supplements, health and beauty, weight loss, or sports nutrition products, look no further than Vitamin Discount Center. Voted best independent chain by Vitamin Retailer Magazine, Vitamin Discount Center has been a trusted and valuable nutrition resource to the Tampa Bay area for over 15 years. With daily savings up to 50%, Vitamin Discount Center offers the best prices on the highest quality nutritional supplements. Not only will you find unbeatable value, your visit includes access to a staff educated on the application of products to help equip you with the products and information you need to proactively improve your health. To locate the store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com, as well as access to articles on popular health topics, promotions, events, and thousands of products to shop from right at home. Your search for an affordable solution to better health is finally over. Vitamin Discount Center. For life, for less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Alga Life, Algae for Life, CV Sciences, From Seed to Shelf, New Chapter, The Benefit of Nature's Wisdom, Yerba Prima, Pioneers in Internal Cleansing, Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. Now introducing Zinnia for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dr. Michael Lewis is my guest, talking about cannabidiol. Interesting compound. You heard Dr. Lewis's opinion about it as a, in terms of its importance to health. Have you integrated cannabidiol into your practice or not? I don't know.
I have. What I've found is the two biggest areas that I've found, or actually the biggest area I found, is for people that are struggling with anxiety, which is not uncommon after head injuries, but really for those high-strung, very anxious people, it has very much a great calming effect without sedation. So that's the area where I found the biggest help.
Can that being said, I want, just so people don't misinterpret what you just said. Somebody who doesn't have some sort of anxiety disorder, if they take the cannabidiol, the CBD oil from CV Sciences, does it? There's probably some variability across patients or people, but does it make them? Does it tend to make a person more mellow? Does it adjust in itself to the psychological temperament and condition of the person? I don't know if I'm making sense.
I think that's actually a really good way to put it. It's an individual effect, and I think the way you just said it is that does it adjust, or that it adjusts to the temperament of a person, I think, is a better way to put it. So somebody who is high-strung and anxious, it's going to provide them with a bit more calmness. For somebody who is typically just calm and sedate normally, it's not going to rev them up, and it's not going to sedate them further. So I think the more away from the norm that you get, the greater effect you'll have, because what it's doing is it's bringing us back into balance. So if you're a fairly balanced person, you probably won't notice as much of an effect as somebody who is way out of balance.
What I notice is when I take it, Stuart Top asked me. He said, "Doc, how does it affect you?" I remember the first time I was with him. We were at a trade show, and he gave me some. We were in the booth, and he gave me some, and I was there for a while with him, an hour, maybe 2 hours. And then at some point he said, "Well, how do you feel?" I said, I feel like what was a metaphor that I gave him? I said, it's like being on a flight, and where you're sort of, the turbulence is minimized. You're smoother. I feel like a glide. It feels like a glide. I felt smoother. The edge. It's not that I don't.
And some people get a little bit wiggy. There's a technical term for you about CBD and saying, it gets you high. It's
nah.
Marijuana. It's not, number one, it's not from marijuana. It's from industrial hemp, which has been around for millions of years. I mean, George Washington and Thomas Jefferson were hemp farmers. So it's been around for a very, very long time, and there's essentially no, or at the most, trace amounts of any THC. You would have to take really high doses of CBD oil to have any kind of an effect that would even resemble being high.
Yeah.
And it's actually the thing that balances marijuana to keep people from overdosing on THC. So it's actually the balance to THC.
When I was a kid, I used to go to every Saturday and Sunday, try to get 2 days, and I used to go to the Lexington skating rink. I loved the roller skate. And At one point, I remember I bought a real top-line pair of skates. When I put those on, the experience of skating was transformed. You felt like it was that's the difference. The other skates I had, it was sort of like a rough, it was smooth, but when I got those other skates, it was smoother yet. I mean, it was, you really...
So it's like going from a Ford Fiesta to a Maserati, huh?
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, I said, yeah, it's like and more dialed in. And oftentimes I take it before I go to the gym, and I notice that my workout is a little better.
Well, and part of that is because it's beneficial effects on your immune system. So when you work out, you're increasing your oxidative stress and so on. It's, CBD is going to help sort of keep that flood of endorphins from getting out of control to where they start to cause damage. It's going to help just sort of, again, it always comes back to balance. And so whether you're way out of balance or think you're in balance or close to being in balance, it's going to help bring you back to that middle ground. And that's the amazing thing about it. So it has a benefit to anybody that would take it, but that benefit is not because it's correcting anything more than really just bringing you back into balance. It's very opposite of any, if you think about any pharmaceutical drug, it's really meant to take, a pharmaceutical drug takes you out of balance. It's eliminating an enzymatic activity, it's doing this, it's doing that. This is not what CBD does. It's meant to bring you back into your cannabinoid tone back into balance.
Yeah. Sometimes we'll take something, some therapy, engage in some therapy, whether it be a supplement therapy, whatever it might be, and you never knew how better you could feel until you had the therapy, but you wouldn't have known that until you had the therapy. You say, gosh, I didn't know I could feel this much better. That's sort of what CBD oil is like. Mm-hmm.
Looking for the perfect complement to your beauty regimen? Try Form Essentials Zinnia. The finest of its kind, Zinnia offers twice as much biotin as other formulas, which has proven to unlock the vibrancy in even the dullest of hair, skin, and nails. Zinnia breaks through and rejuvenates cells internally, helping you achieve the allure of effortless beauty. Reviving your hair, skin, and nails has never been easier. This essential blend of biotin, alpha-lipoic, and hyaluronic acid, collagen, and vitamin C creates lasting enhancements to your natural good looks. Don't go on wondering, you're worth the results. This combination of ingredients can only be found in Zinnia. Pamper yourself with a proven bit of affordable luxury and start looking your best. Ask for Zinnia by name at your nearest vitamin retailer to begin your journey to restored nails, head-turning hair, and radiant skin today. For more information, visit formessentials.com.
When your alarm goes off, do you jump out of bed with excitement? Or does it take multiple alarms, a few snooze buttons, or a morning caffeine fix to get you going? These habits and daily stress cause a vicious cycle in which sleep becomes increasingly elusive. In fact, 54% of Americans report struggles to fall or stay asleep. For a better night's rest, look no further than Solace, an all-natural dietary supplement that supports healthy sleep and relaxation, so you get the rest you need to wake up clear-eyed, alert, and ready for the day. Solace has given thousands a better night's rest and the power to take back their mornings while enjoying the day ahead of them. Solace is formulated with non-addictive, scientifically proven, all-natural ingredients that support sleep and relaxation, such as melatonin, tryptophan, and 5-HTP. For more information or to order Solace, visit takesolace.com. Solace, for healthy sleep naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Now Foods. Our products work. American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Renew Life, the digestive care company. Country Life, a leader and authority in natural health and nutrition. Enzymedica, the enzyme experts. North American Urban Spice, the only oregano oil you can take on a daily basis. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Maybe you've tried it, maybe you haven't. Welcome back to Let's Talk Nutrition. Thanks for tuning in. Great to be here, spending some time with you. Appreciate your taking some time out to catch the show. We're here every day live, 2 hours a day, 9 to 11 a.m. Eastern is when it broadcasts live, but does air at different times in different markets. Check your local listings. Dr. Michael Lewis is my guest. What I was referring to, maybe you've tried it, maybe you haven't, is CBD, cannabidiol. CV Sciences now is probably the leading company that they grow, manufacture, and sell the CBD. Of course, they have. It comes from industrial hemp. You heard Dr. Lewis mention that. And Dr. Lewis is on the medical board of CV Sciences, as it turns out, in the spirit of transparency. So it's worth trying. My own experience, I just shared that a little bit, but we're not here to talk about me. Dr. Lewis, welcome back. I hear tell that, and I don't know if there are any clinical studies to verify, confirm, or disconfirm the hypothesis that cannabidiol as a compound can contribute to more restorative or otherwise better sleep.
I believe that's true.
Mm-hmm. Has that been reported anecdotally by any of your patients?
The biggest thing that I've had success with is anxiety, which is kind of a bigger problem than most people believe after a head injury. But that's an interesting question. I'll have to look into that. I would expect that there's every reason to believe that it would help with a better quality of sleep, and of course, with a better quality of sleep, you're going to have more energy throughout the day, and because they're very closely related. And so that's an interesting thing. I'll have to go back to my patients and find out.
Dr. Lewis has a new book coming out very soon now. When Heads Collide, it's about brain injury. Dr. Lewis spent part of his experience as a physician in the military, and of course, brain injuries, head trauma associated with our troops is nothing not known to him for sure. He knows a lot about that, and he specializes and has a keen understanding of head injuries and trauma. Why is it, Dr. Lewis, that after a head injury or that it induces anxiety?
Well, I think it's multifactorial. There's going to be the issue of, and particularly if you have a more serious head injury, not to say that one head injury is not serious, but one that has where you've not been able to recover back to where you believed you were prior to an accident. You're now having to deal with the diminished sense of self, and so doing some of the simple things or thinking through some processes become a lot more difficult after a head injury that lingers. And there's some theories behind that. My biggest theory is that it's chronic inflammation that continues to burn throughout the brain and not allowing our brain to fully heal.
Sort of like a smoldering fire?
Like a smoldering fire. And I think the biggest thing that we can do, and I think the reason why I have such success with omega-3s and cannabidiol is that they have such great anti-inflammatory capabilities and benefits that it helps douse that smoldering fire. And it's not curing the head injury, but it's allowing that, call it a neuropermissive environment that will allow that nutritional foundation that will allow the brain to heal if it's going to heal. And so I think that CBD is part of that providing that balance, that tone, both the CB2 side with the interaction with the immune system, and as well as the CB1 side interacting with the brain and those feel-good hormones that we all crave in the brain. So
Sure.
if we're increasing those, that's going to deal with the ability to deal with the anxiety. Because you think about it, you're not anxious when you feel good, when you have a hug, when you get back from a run and on a runner's high. Your anxiety levels are probably as low as they're going to get about that point.
Mm-hmm. So a person who feels perfectly fine, in good health, walking around, feel pretty good, say, I don't need to take CBD. It's of no benefit to me. There are a lot of supplements you can take when you're not sick, right? In other words, they have sort of a prophylactic effect. They contribute to maintenance. They contribute to prevention and so on. Would CBD fit into that category? Is it a compound only taken when medical necessity deems it?
I don't believe that for a minute. I think that if we don't stay on top of our health, and we don't value our health, then we're going to lose our health. And so I think one of the most important things we can do, you have to remember, my board certification is in preventive medicine. How do we keep people healthy? How do we keep them from being into the sick care system that health, what we think we call it health care, but it's really dealing with the sickness. We're not dealing with health, and so how do we keep people healthy? And so things like CBD and a good multivitamin and the right amount of omega-3s, I think, are absolutely essential foundations to keep ourselves in good health. This goes back thousands of years with the Chinese and keeping yourself balanced with the hot and the cold, or the yin and yang, and so on, and we just seem to forget about it in modern medicine times.
Yeah, you mentioned Chinese culture, of course, and then traditional Chinese medicine, TCM. There's a how can I put this? An interesting sort of paradox going on at the moment in China. I have friends who travel there regularly and observe the culture, and the food culture in particular, and lifestyle, and they're becoming more and more westernized. And their observations are, as they are doing that, they are now taking on some of the, unfortunately, disease characteristics that beset Western culture. And I find that such a terrible irony, given the 5,000 years or more that they have contributed to our understanding of the human body and medicine and herbs and whatnot. Just as a sidebar, I just mentioned that. Keep importing the Western way of eating and lifestyle into these other cultures, and they, instead of them getting better or having no effect, they get worse.
Battling sinus, bronchial disorders, allergies, and other seasonal irritants can be a constant struggle, making this the season when you need Oreganol P73 the most, nature's most powerful natural remedy. Get the blast of wild nature you need with the only wild Mediterranean oregano extract, Oreganol P73 from North American Herb & Spice. After being tested, both the USDA and the FDA agree Oreganol P73 is powerful. North American Herb & Spice knows it's powerful as well, and knows P73 is just what you need. When you take P73, you'll experience its cleansing power. You'll smell the fresh mountain-grown aroma and feel its effectiveness. The Greeks used wild oregano for their health, not just spice, and called it Oroganos, the delight of the mountain. Oreganol P73 is 100% wild, hand-picked Mediterranean oregano. Do not accept cheap imitations made from farm-raised or non-oregano species. Use Oreganol P73 and stay healthy all year long. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. At Country Life Vitamins, we've been helping people live happy, healthy lives since 1971, and we believe integrity should always be our #1 ingredient. We are committed to this belief because you deserve high-quality nutrition, specifically crafted with the highest standards to support your health. Country Life's manufacturing facility is an NSF GMP-registered facility, as well as USDA certified organic, so you can feel good about the products you're taking. Country Life Vitamins is also the first supplement company in the United States to have a complete line of products certified gluten-free. That's over 500 products. Country Life Vitamins' Pledge of Integrity is based on 5 standards: authenticity, cleanliness, freshness, consistency, and accuracy. Ask for Country Life's top-selling products, such as Coenzyme B Advanced for increased energy or Flex Able for joint health. Country Life Vitamins' commitment to ensure all of our products are pure, wholesome, gluten-free supplements full of natural goodness provides peace of mind with the knowledge you are using a brand you can trust.
Did you know that the most common form of calcium supplement today is calcium carbonate, also known as limestone? You don't eat rocks as part of your balanced diet, so why would you choose to supplement your bone health nutritional needs with limestone? Our bodies understand and seek whole food sources of nutrition. New Chapter is proud to deliver Bone Strength Take Care, a calcium complex that delivers key bone health nutrients in the form of whole food, not rocks. Bone Strength Take Care also delivers key bone nourishing nutrients, including vitamins D3 and K2. Vitamin K2 is of critical importance as it ensures calcium is placed in the bone where it's needed and stays out of the arteries where it's not. Discover for yourself the whole food bone health alternative to rocks. Bone Strength Take Care, the best-selling natural bone health supplement in America. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit TakeSolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Feeling tired after your meal? Occasional gas, bloating, or indigestion at inopportune times? You may have an enzyme deficiency. Did you know that many common digestive discomforts can be caused by poor digestion? When food isn't completely digested, it begins to ferment in the digestive tract, which may cause uncomfortable symptoms. Digest Gold, America's #1 selling enzyme product, offers unparalleled support for your digestive needs. It contains exclusive blends of enzymes optimized to be 3 times stronger and work more than 6 times faster than other leading digestive supplements. With just 1 capsule per meal, Digest Gold offers support to break down carbohydrates, fats, fiber, and protein. Enzymedica products are all natural, vegetarian, contain absolutely no fillers, and are vegan and kosher when possible. You'll find Digest Gold and other Enzymedica products at fine health food stores near you. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Nubian Heritage, Global Healing, Modern Wellness. BSN, Finish First. Nordic Naturals, pure and great tasting omega oils. Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. A. Vogel, Europe's leading brand of herbal medicine. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Here's the LTN health question of the day. We've been talking with Dr. Michael Lewis today, and of course talking about the endocannabinoid system, relatively newly discovered system, early 90s, and its structure, basically its function, one of its primary task or design, what it's designed to do. And that's the question. Is the endocannabinoid system primarily designed to keep the body in balance, homeostasis, or is it to synthesize ATP, energy? Which one of those? Just two choices today. Is the endocannabinoid system in its primary design intended to keep the body in balance or to make adenosine triphosphate, the master energy currency of the body? 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK is a toll-free number. You get a right answer, you get $25 gift card, supplement gift card. That's cool. Dr. Lewis, welcome back.
Thanks, Dr. Garko.
Yes. So you will be in Baltimore then. Does CV Sciences have a booth there this year or no?
They do. They'll be in the hot products section, actually.
Oh, that's cool. In the hot products section. I'll have to stop by then. Will Stuart be there if you know?
He will. In fact, he was at my house last night for dinner.
Oh, wonderful. All right. How's he doing?
He's Stuart. He's always doing great.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's cool. Very good. Excellent. Do you, on a day-to-day basis, take cannabidiol?
I do every morning, actually. It's part of my supplement regimen. So, I take certain things in the morning. I take certain things at bedtime. And I've found that it is I found a much better approach. I've tried it in the evening. I've tried it in the morning. I feel much better when I take it in the morning.
Okay. And how much do you take?
It comes in very different levels of concentration. And, and Stuart's always working to improve this. So the highest concentration is called the CBD plus CBD gold version. Mm-hmm. But what I have found it easier to take is they have a capsule version. It provides about 25 milligrams of CBD in a capsule, more of the whole plant extract. They're actually working to put the gold into a capsule as well now.
I see. CV Sciences is the maker of CBD oil. You can, of course, find it in hundreds and hundreds of health stores throughout the United States.
They're in over 800 stores now.
That's wonderful. In retail stores throughout the U.S. And probably our show hits many of those stores, given the number of markets that we're in. Somebody asked me the other day why it is that we don't post all of the different markets that we're in, and there's a reason for that. I won't get into it on the air, but suffice it to say, we thought about doing that, but it's more prudent that we don't do that for reasons, again, I don't even want to get into, but we're in close to 40, approaching 40 markets pretty soon here. So we're a lot of places, and there are probably thousands of health stores that fall within the scope of the signals for all the different markets that we're in. So this is good, and you notice a difference personally with it, do you?
I do. You just feel more in balance. I'm not sure.
It's hard to explain, isn't it?
Way to explain it.
Yeah, it's the same. And the only word I could come up with Stuart was, I said, like glide. I just feel like no turbulence. Nice clean air, no turbulence. Yeah. Nice and calm. It's a very good thing.
It is a good thing.
So your certification, you're board certified. I didn't know there was such a certification. Preventive medicine.
It's probably the smallest of the major board certifications, without being like a subspecialty. I mean, there's actually subspecialties in preventive medicine. But it's one of those things when you tell people you're board certified in preventive medicine, and your mission is to keep people healthy and out of hospitals, and they're like, "Oh, that's a great idea. Why aren't there more of you?" And it's like, well, because most people don't listen. So it's an uphill battle.
Here's the health question for today. Everybody's a little quiet today. What is the primary function of the endocannabinoid system? Is it to keep the body in balance, homeostasis? Or is it to synthesize ATP, helping the synthesis of ATP, which is adenosine triphosphate, the energy currency of the body? Which one of those two is its primary objective? 877-897-8255, 877-897-TALK. That's a toll-free number. Right answer, $25 supplement gift card. Usually you guys get it right out there almost nearly every day. Keep the body in balance or make energy. What's the endocannabinoid system primarily designed to do? And you'll be in the CV Sciences booth, Dr. Lewis?
I'll be up in Baltimore on for Thursday afternoon for sure. Maybe again on Saturday.
Okay, sounds good. Well, it was really nice to have you back on the show. I wish you good luck with your new book, When Brains Collide. That should be out any day, you said?
It should be out any day. I should get the first hard copy for my review I'm expecting either today or tomorrow. And when I get some copies in, I'll make sure I reserve one for you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I'll include it in my library. Go to cvsciences.com. It looks like I stumped you today. It's quiet out there in Radio Land. The primary function of the endocannabinoid system is to keep the body in balance, to maintain homeostasis. It's a good idea. It's a good thing we have such a system. Dr. Lewis, I hope to see you in Baltimore. In the meanwhile, take care of yourself. Good luck with your practice as well.
Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you again. It's always a pleasure.
My pleasure as well. Take care of yourself. I'll be in Baltimore tomorrow, broadcasting from the Baltimore Convention Center and doing the same on Friday. I'll tell you what's going on there. Maybe we'll grab a celebrity or two, get them on. You never know. It's always a nutrition surprise around here. Your health is your wealth.